to be deacon of this place. We want you to do your best to see that the church of God is being revived, the church of God grew, and there is at least some kind of positive changes in the church. And you have to work also with the administration of Christ's chosen church of God, the doctrine, the practice of Christ's chosen church of God. Did you hear that? You hear the reading that the deacon must be temperate, must not be easily provoked, be anger. They may do something to make you provoke, but as a leader, you have to contend it, because the sheep can make the shepherd to be angry. It may be in action, in character, in words, in challenges or an offer or criticism or whatever. You know, sometimes they say we, pastors or leaders, that we are garbage, that anything can be put on or pour on us. But what are you going to do? As a leader, your prayer is on how things is going to work, the church will grow. Anybody may say anything, any person may do anything, but the position God has given to you was not given to man. Man may challenge you, devil will challenge you, whatever may challenge you, but you take your stand. Because God has given it to you. You know, you have capacity for you to handle it. You've read the scripture, and then you follow it up. No matter whatever it is, you are doing the work that God has given you. You are not to please men, you are to please God. And the right thing for you to do, you speak the truth, not lying. You don't be partial. You have to be neutral in everything that you are doing. As a deacon, the church is given to you or is under your care. Are you hearing me now? Yes. So you pray God to give you the grace and the wisdom and the strength. It's not because you know too much or you are the oldest in the church. That is why. No. But the grace of God fall upon you. God favored you in this visit. So for that reason, you have to put all your strength, your energy, whatever means to see that there is something done or changes taking place in this place. You don't know what God has for you in future. Baba said it. He said by maybe this conference or so convention, he said all the deacons will be anointed. So now, I want you to understand that the office that you are holding is a high office. As far as Christ Chosen Church of God is concerned, deacon is the office just like a pastor. Just like a pastor. You work in the temple. You do the services. You conduct service. Sunday service, evening service, programs, and all. You preside over every service as a deacon until when the pastor is posted here. When they bring the pastor, then you walk hand in hand with the minister. Are you hearing me now? So you are just like John the Baptist, and you're preparing the way for the master coming. So you have to come down, humble yourself. Don't be proud. Humble yourself. Please God and do the right thing that God requires of you, so that you'll be able to carry the sheep of God along. Did you hear what I'm saying? By the grace of God, with the power invested on me, by the spiritual leader of this great church, that I should come and anoint you. God, I mean you were present during the meeting, you will be anointed. But he asked me and gave me this oil to anoint you and pray with you. And to let you know, number one, that you are the leader and in charge of this branch as a deacon. Are you hearing me? That's number one. And two, I said, you are to give instruction subject to the directive of the area pastor. That is myself. You are the one to give instruction and is subject to the pastor. Whatever instruction that you want to give out is subject to the pastor. Now, that you are to call for officers' meeting. As a deacon, you are to call for the officers' meeting and report back to the pastor the resolution of the meeting. You are the one that have right to call on the officers' meeting. As a deacon, if you want to call, if you are the one to call, and before you call on that officers' meeting, you let the pastor know. I want to call at the officers' meeting, and I know the agenda of the meeting. Then before you go ahead and hold the meeting, and after you finish the meeting, you give the report back to the pastor. Then the report now will now go to, if it is something that will go to the zonal head of North America or to the headquarters. Are you hearing me now? So you are the one to call on the officers meeting. You are to take instruction and directive from the pastor. To take instruction and the directive from the pastor. Anything that you want to do, you have to take instruction from the pastor. Are you hearing me now? Now, you are to give feedback and the situation report of the station to the pastor. As a deacon, you get feedback and the situation report to the pastor. Whatever you want to do, make sure that the pastor is aware. And then he will give you the go-ahead. If there's something that is not to be done at that time, he will instruct you. If something don't, go ahead, because you are representing an authority. Are you hearing me? You are to conduct or officiate in every services and activities. When you are not available, appoint any of the elders to preach. And when you are not available, you can appoint the elder is here or elder Ano is here, and any other elder to appoint. If you are not around, you can say, take over the service because I am in this, take over the preaching because I'm not available. Are you hearing me now? But because since you are available, you are to officiate in every services and activities unless you are not available. Are you hearing me? You are to monitor every activities. This includes account of the church, attendance, men and women fellowship, and membership cards. To make sure that you are to monitor everything. The account of the church, the membership of the church, and then men and women fellowship. Just monitor it and make sure you are current, because you are the one to give reports for what is going on in your church. You have to make sure you are in the know of everything. Are you getting me now? Right. Then you are to first to come to church and last to go. You have come to church first and last to go, and that means you have to make sure you keep to time and let the church open the time that it's supposed to open. Any meeting without you or your present is illegal and cannot be implemented. Did you hear that? Any meeting that you are not presiding over that meeting as a deacon, that is an illegal meeting and can never be implemented. The minute you are to officiate to be the chairman of every meeting that is going on. Are you getting me now? Now, every issue must get to the area pastor before transmitting to the North America superintendent. You don't just report anything direct to the apostle. I have to pass through me and say, pastor here. Then will be transferred to the zonal apostle. And from the zonal apostle, can he also transfer to the authority of the church. Are you getting me now? Now, work with everybody with love and unity. No discrimination. You have to work with everybody with love, with unity. You humble yourself and make sure that you work with all. You may see different character. You may see different attitude. They may say different thing. You may see different behavior. Make sure you control your temperament. Because it happened before in the days of Jesus Christ. And human being must surely be human being. Try to have patience so that God will see you through. The key of this church should be under your care. The key, the key. The padlock, the key of the church will be under your care. So that you will now see that you open the church at every services, and then you make sure that everything is working fine, because when the pastor calls, he will be calling you. What is going on? How is everything? So that you'll be able to give the report of everything that is going on here. Are you hearing me now? Of Christ's chosen church of God. You have to work with this constitution. You don't have your own constitution. Whatever you do should be the practice of the church. Are you getting me now? Should be the law. This is the law that guiding the church. And whatever you do should follow the law and the doctrine of Christ's chosen church of God. So whatever you don't understand, you ask a question, you ask the pastor a question. Whatever you don't understand. Are you hearing me now? So that God will see you through. It is not by power, it's not by might. It is by the grace of God. And I use this opportunity also to advise every one of us that he cannot walk alone. He needs all your cooperation. You have to cooperate with him. Don't see him as just, is it not the same? Mavellous, is it not the same? It's now Elder Deacon, Mavellous Ataga. Is being now recognized by the authority of the church. Work cooperatively with him. Make your suggestion. Make your contribution. Work with love together, because a tree cannot make a forest. Work in unity. Whenever he stand to preach, he stand to advise, he stand to instruct,